There's a lot of big stuff happening in the world right now, but in today's video, I want to discuss what exactly is going on with XRP. I want to take a specific look at some of the news headlines and also my own personal trade so you guys can get an up-to-date look on my opinion in this market. And just before we go further, I want to remind you that this video is based solely on my opinion and what I'm personally doing in this market. I want to also let you know that some of the links below are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a commission, but this will be at no extra cost to you. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy sitting in his room. So for more information on this, head down to the description and let's jump into it. Right now we can see XRP's price $2.14. Basically not doing much in the last few weeks. We did have this push up to about $2.65 very briefly back in the middle of May, so about a month ago. And ever since then, we've basically been trending downwards and then sideways with not really that much going on. If we do take a look at the XRP trade, you can see my average open price is now $2.11. This is higher than it was before because I averaged into the trade. So the other day when we had a bit of a pullback, a little bit of a tipple in the old macro world when it comes to two countries not liking each other very much, we had a push to the downside. You see Bitcoin dropped about $102,000, which is actually higher than where it dropped before, which could be signal that we are not breaking down from here, but time will tell. But with that said, I bolstered the positions that I have in my trading account with everything: Solana, Ethereum, XRP, Sui, and Bitcoin. Solana is doing the worst, but still slightly in profit after being in significant losses. Basically, all of these were in significant losses when I added to them, and that was basically the reason why I added to them. What's my strategy? When the market is scared, I dollar cost average in. When the market is euphoric or slightly euphoric, I start to take profits. It's quite simple, but it's harder to do. It's easier said than done because obviously you have to play against the emotions of yourself and the market. But that's what I try and do, and that's what I show you guys updates here and what I'm doing every day. So if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button. It's a little bit of a different take here on YouTube because most people are just perma bulls on XRP and they never take any profits. So this way I think is the right way to do it for me personally. You guys of course do whatever it is you want to do and what works for you guys. We see BlackRock buying $1.1 billion of Bitcoin this week. And we also had massive news for XRP with $500 million XRP treasury plan announced by a NASDAQ listed company. So this is Trident, a NASDAQ listed tech company based in Singapore. They've announced plans to raise a whopping $500 million for its XRP treasury strategy. The tokens acquired by Trident will serve as a company's long-term strategic reserves. The rollout of the ambitious XRP plan will commence in the second half of the year. It will depend on such factors as market sentiment and regulatory compliance. Very interesting though is the fact that TDTH stock crashed 40% after they unveiled the $50 million XRP treasury plan. So it seems like investors into that stock don't like this plan, but maybe this sentiment will change because I do remember something similar around companies doing Bitcoin treasury plans. A lot of people didn't like that before they saw the proof in the pudding and they got their confirmation bias. No one really wants to buy stuff when there's no confirmation bias, especially when XRP hasn't really done that much in the last few weeks. Now, with that said, I want to caveat this with reminding you guys, if you come to crypto bubbles and instead of looking on the hour or on the day or on the week or on the month, you look at the year. For something that has done absolutely nothing, according to a lot of the commoners on my videos, XRP is up 353% in the year. So 5 to 6 months, it's up 350%. Is that not very impressive? Because I'm confused. Like that seems pretty impressive to me, considering the normal stocks. S&P 500 on average 8 to 10%. This is 353% in half a year. That's good for me. I like that. And more the reason why I have this trade open. Right now we have $35,000 in margin. This is on 3x. So if XRP doubles from the price that it's at right now, I'm going to make a significant amount of money here. And that's my plan. I have my stop losses in place. So if we go down and it starts to lose money, it will start to close out the position. And oh well, right? I took the risk. But of course, I'm only using money I can afford to lose. That's the key because people keep commenting, Connor, I don't have any more money to invest as the market goes down. That's not the strategy that I use. The strategy that I use is I use money that I can afford to lose. For example, right? I've already have my emergency fund. I think 6 months to a year of financial support for myself if I were to lose my income. Second of all, no bad debt like credit card debt, car loans, high debt, right? None of that. I don't like any of that. Debt on a mortgage on a house that's, generating income, that's different. But bad debt, none of that. And then every month we make salary or we make income or we have business, whatever, right? We use the extra money. So every month we got extra money to buy the dip if necessary. That's my plan. And you can't run out of money unless you lose your job, which is understandable that happens. But I'm not investing money I can't afford to lose and it's not supplementary or extra income that I have every month. So I always have extra money to dollar cost average into the positions that I believe in. XRP is one of them. And the simplest thing I can see for myself for XRP is slowly bolstering my spot. Forget the leverage, forget everything else. I just slowly build up my spot bag over the years, right? And then all of a sudden we get a massive move to the upside. So maybe XRP from here goes back to $1, back to 50 cents, but I get more XRP for the money that I put in. But if I'm in XRP for the next 5 to 10 years, why do I care in what it does in the next 1 year or 2 years? That's how I see Bitcoin. That's how I'm starting to see some of these larger cap altcoins. It's just a slow accumulation process. Now, to make more money in the short term, I use the low leverage trading strategy. And hopefully that makes sense for you. Now, I came across BYDFI. Now, I've been trading on BYDFI for a while, but something I didn't notice that's actually going to be pretty beneficial if you're an XRP holder and you want to, or in part of your strategy, you trade maybe other altcoins or maybe just XRP. You can actually go to the markets. Where is it? Derivatives here, and you go on Coin M, and they actually have XRP USD trading. So this means that you can use XRP as a collateral to trade XRP. So if you're bullish on XRP and you want to hold XRP, but you want to, let's say, do maybe 10x or even less. Maybe you just want to 2x the XRP, right? This is something that I've been considering because then I can get twice the rise in price if it happens. So look, if I press plus here and I go from spot to here, I go all because I got about 1,000 XRP in this account. So if I do that, right, then what I can do is I can go long. I actually prefer 3x. 2x is a little bit boring for me, but 3x, right? We do that. We buy 3,000 XRP, right? That's what we let's buy 1,000, then we can dollar cost average into it. So I just, instead of spending the full 1,000 XRP, I just bought extra XRP using XRP as collateral. So now I can ride the wave if it goes up, right? I can then make more XRP profit. And if it goes down, I have more dry powder to buy more on the way down. So I might keep you guys up to date with that. I think this is quite a nice entry point for myself. Of course, don't blindly follow me. Go out and do your own research. But I thought it was interesting because I've been looking for a place where I can leverage my XRP and finally come across one here. So I will leave an affiliate link for BYDFI down there in the description. You will be supporting the channel if you decide to do that. I've been trading on BYDFI for actually quite a long time. And if we go over to here, derivatives, here, you can see that I actually have a position that's like, look at this. This is $8,600 on Bitcoin. I opened this at 26,900. This might actually be the best entry you've seen on YouTube. I don't know, one of the best entries of someone who's still holding. And this just shows what you can do with leverage if you know what you're doing. So I did that 20x, and yeah, so we made $8,600. Pretty nice, in my opinion. If you do want to check out BYDFI, I've been trading that position. That's been open for about 2 years now. So if you want to check it out, the links will be down there in the description. In other macro news, though, we have Shopify introducing crypto payments. These are basically the rails of mass adoption coming in right before our eyes. And we have US banks can now offer Bitcoin services. The SEC Commissioner Hester Price confirms that every US bank can now provide Bitcoin services. Wall Street's full crypto onboarding may be beginning. All of this at exactly the same time where Donald Trump's media company is raising $2.3 billion for a Bitcoin treasury deal with effective registration happening on Friday. Now, isn't this all wild? So this is the reason why I'm still bullish on crypto. I think if Bitcoin continues to rise, projects like XRP, especially the American-based projects, because obviously we know the US administration is feeling bullish on crypto. So I think the tide will rise, and I think things like XRP will do well. Now, only time will tell. We don't know what will happen, and I will keep you guys up to date with the trade that we just opened here on the channel, because I think it's quite exciting to be able to trade with XRP. So hopefully we can make extra XRP using this method. So I'll keep you guys posted. If you want to check out BYDFI, check it out for yourself. The link is in the description. And guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.